Once upon a time, I was a liberal.
Hey fam! I'm so happy. I'm so excited. Welcome to MIKEroaggress'd. We have the person who is responsible for getting me involved in all this. I have you to blame for everything. Welcome the indefatigable. I've never had to say that word out loud before. I don't know how to pronounce it, but the unsinkable Brandon Straka.
Mikey, that was so touching. Did you put that together?
Yeah.
That was real. That was really touching. How are you?
I'm good. It's like all our trials and tribulations. I have you to blame for all this.
I feel like I could start crying. I like when the shot of us at the very first walkaway event, the LGBT town hall. Oh my God, I gave you a little kiss. That was just so nice.
I was nervous. I'd never spoken in public before. I had like my little index cards that were shaking.
Oh, we were all nervous. I mean, that was the very first event we ever did, and that was rough too. I mean, we got canceled from the LGBT center, and then did we do it? Did we end up doing it the same night we planned to do, or did we have to do it a different day?
No, that was Chicago. We did. Wait, no, we did do it the same night. We didn't do it the night we got canceled. We did it the same night that we intended to, but we found the place maybe like a week before.
So the LGBT center canceled us. In my memory, it was like 4 days before. 4 or 5. Was it a week?
I think it was like a week or something. It was the Chicago one where we were scrambling last second.
Well, I was going to say, isn't it so funny that there was like a time where we got canceled a week before and we were freaking out? Like now that sounds luxurious. Like I was like, we had a whole week to find another place and we were freaking out.
San Francisco was like an hour before.
Yep. Oh God, Chicago was bad. San Francisco was bad. It's always the LGBT too.
I know. They're the
never have had trouble with a black event. Never have had trouble with a Hispanic event. It's just every LGBT event they go nuts.
I think because the white liberals don't want that. They want to keep their hands out of it when it comes to black events. They don't want to be called racist.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Or maybe it's just LGBT people are effing nuts.
They're the worst of the worst.
We'll
get to them in a second. I just want to say hi to all our beautiful people here. We've got all our favorite people in the chat. Chris, Leah, Maddie, every single person. Shayna, John, Poetry Painter, Giorgio, everyone. Thank Kieran. I love you, Kieran. Thank you guys so much for being here. Send us all your super chats. Also, I have my links below. Check it out. I just launched my Substack yesterday. So if you feel like reading long, rambly things, check out my Substack. Brandon, I finally listened to you and like started doing more writing.
Now, are we going to address what you're wearing, or are we just going to pretend like this isn't happening?
I knew you'd have something to say about it.
Are we supposed to just pretend like that's not happening? Or
by the way, do you remember when was it? Like towards the end of 2020 when you got fat? I gained it now. What?
Which time? I've been
because this is now it's my turn. I'm in my fat Elvis phase now.
No, I would literally. Can I name drop for a moment? I don't even have to, but I just want to. I literally just want to. So I was texting today with Tucker Carlson because I do that.
And we pick up that name you dropped.
And no, but I was actually, and we were talking about sobriety and stuff like that because I put out a tweet today talking about I had to go get drug tested for my misdemeanor crime that I committed 2.5 years ago. But anyway, he and I were texting about it, and I was talking about being sober for 8.5 years and congratulations and blah blah blah. And I said, yeah, I was like the last 2 years have been really challenging. I said, somehow I got through it without drinking, but I did get fat several times. And he wrote back and he was like, yeah, I get fat at least once a year or something like that. And as we were having this conversation, I started getting this mental image where I was like, I'm like an accordion. That's like my body is always like, this is me, like always. And right now I'm going from like this, I'm kind of on the way back in, but I'm still on the outer part.
No, you're in now. Me, I didn't realize how much weight I gained until I watched the last video I made, and the buttons on my shirt were like ripping apart like the Hulk.
No, I'm
like,
not.
okay,
I'm not thin right now. I just went to CPAC and I had to be very selective about what I could wear because a lot of my suits like didn't even fit me. So I had to just kind of like find the ones I could. And one person made a comment. It's so painful when your own followers who like actually care about you and love you, like even they can't refrain from. One of my followers said something like, geez, Brandon, you might want to consider getting a new tailor. You can barely fit in that suit or something. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
See, like, I just remember, like, first of all, who the hell could do this and not start stress eating? But I just think back to, like, the beginning of when we first started, and you thought I had an eating disorder, and it was so wonderful. I didn't even appreciate it. I looked like a corpse with a head on top, and I didn't even appreciate it.
Same. I mean, when I look back at pictures of myself in the first like 4 or 5 months after I started Walkaway, back when I sort of still had a normal life, like a little bit of a normal life, when I could like run on a daily basis and like carve out time in my day to exercise and stuff. I mean, I looked like a model. I mean, I remember that summer I got invited. I'm in name drop again. I got invited. I got invited to go to Dinesh D'Souza's movie premiere. And when I look back at pictures of myself from that summer, I'm like, oh, I look like a model, and those days are gone.
Mine are here too. By the way, I have to shout out Shayna. Beckham is watching. The coolest kid in the entire world.
That kid. Hey, Beckham.
I just want to adopt him.
Let's tell that story. But I'm gonna zoom in so I'm the same size as you. But and then we'll tell it.
So Shayna, we were at Brandon and I were speaking in where was it? LA, I think. And we'd known Shayna. Shayna and I had never met personally at the time, but we knew each other online for a long time. And she brought her kid, who is just the coolest kid. I used to find kids to be really annoying. I never liked kids, but Beckham completely changed my view on that because he is just the coolest kid in the world. He had like Freddy Krueger action figures with him. He loves horror movies. He loves being like conservative and stuff. I'm like, oh my God, this is like my long lost child.
Well, so we were in Temecula, California, and yeah, we were doing an event, and so there were just people came to listen, and it was one of the first times we were out like speaking after January 6th, and yeah, so Shayna came and brought her son, and after I got done speaking, she brought her son Beckham up, and do you remember how old he is? It's like,
Shayna, how old is he? He's probably got to be about like 10 now, I think.
Yeah, I'm so bad with
I think he was 8 then.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking he was
Scream 6 review.
Yeah. So anyway, she introduced us to her son, who, let's just say he was around 8. I don't remember, but they said that he had been donating his allowance to my legal defense fund. And I just like started bawling. I thought it was like the sweetest thing. She was like, I just want you to know he just loves you, and he has been dedicating his parts of his allowance to your legal defense fund. And I was like, the sweetest thing I've ever heard.
He brought his horror action figures to show me, and we were talking about
That's
like a
Nightmare
Street. Exactly. I was literally thinking this the other day. I was thinking Scream 7 needs to be Beckham playing Sydney's son. How amazing would that be?
I don't know. I haven't fallen down the Scream hole. It's deep.
You haven't seen the new one yet?
No.
It was all right. We have our first super chat though. Let me say, hey John. Hey Mike and Brandon, happy to see you both. Keep up the good work. Also, did you see what Jeffree Star said about they them pronouns being stupid? Did you see that?
No.
So this is what I think is what's funny about how nuts everything has become, that even somebody like Jeffree Star is now like the pillar of sanity because he knows there's 2 sexes.
I have to look up who Jeffree Star is.
Oh, you don't remember him? He was like the MySpace guy. People have told me I look like him. I'm not a fan of being told that.
Let's see. Oh boy. Oh.
Shut up, Brandon.
Oh, yeah.
I hear your thoughts.
No, I know who this is. Yeah, and I saw that interview too that came out a while ago. Or I mean, like at least I saw it like a week ago. Um, yeah, no, I thought it was really good. I didn't realize that that was like a person, a known person.
Oh yeah, he has like his own makeup line. He's like a billionaire, I think, from all his businesses.
Wow. Well, he's very interesting looking.
I remember you said a while ago though that I think is kind of the nice thing about all this, that you were like, it's strange, unusual people that are leading us out of this. And I think that's true, because the sort of woke cultural revolution has its hand in every cookie jar, that it's going to take all kinds of people to get out of it.
Yeah, well, I think what I said was that yeah, very unusual people are kind of being chosen to be in positions of leadership. And I would consider Donald Trump to be one of those people. I think I'm one of those people. I think you're one of those people. I think Carrie Lake is one of those people. I think Jeffree Star is one of those people. But like, yeah, I just think that it's, you know, I don't know, the world is just changing and opening up in this way that like traditional people are getting really sick of traditional politicians. And then also, you know, it's funny how quickly the Republican Party went from this sort of like, you know, buttoned up puritanical, you know, hyper conservative, almost, you know, religiously fundamentalist, to like now just being behind a guy who's been married like 3 times and, you know, had numerous affairs and what, and we're just like, we don't care. We just want to save our country.
Yeah. That's what annoys me about, if I ever hear, which I think this is a bit overblown, because it's one of those things that I kind of only ever encounter on Twitter. These people who are very like, gay people can't be Republicans and traditional values and all that. I don't think I've ever really encountered that in real life, but it's some places on Twitter. So that's one thing I find a little insufferable about that. But, you know, you can't say that and then support Trump. Like, I feel like he should have brought us to a place where nobody cares about that stuff anymore.
Well, I just, while if there are people out there who are still debating this issue of, you know, can gay people be conservatives, you know, to them, I just always say, I don't have time to get into that debate because I'm too busy doing the work that you're not doing to save your party. So I really don't even have time to get into that debate. Sorry.
And also, it was sort of people of that viewpoint that got us into this mess, that ignored so many things for decades, way before we became Republicans.
For sure. I mean, that's I don't take like any. I don't take responsibility for a lot of the things that are wrong with the Republican Party. I feel like since day one, my coming over, I've been trying to work really hard to fix a lot of the issues that are happening and kind of fill the holes and the gaps of, you know, what's happening on the right. That's the whole reason why I did walk away in the first place. So it's, yeah, I guess in an attempt to be kind of generous, sometimes I'll be like, you know, we on the right ... this, we on the right ... that, but it's not, I mean, I've always been outspoken. I've always put myself on the line, obviously. I refused to be shut down when we were supposed to be shut down. I refused to wear masks when we were supposed to wear masks. You know, I refused to be quiet when we were supposed to be quiet. I refused to accept the election when we were supposed to accept the election. You know, so I'm doing my job.
Yeah, you are. Thank you so much, Poetry Painter. You're the best. I'm just kicking this in so Beckham can keep his allowance this month and get more action figures. And send us your super chat so I can get action figures too. So I wanted to ask, what do you think is the current state of things with the Republican Party? Because I think there's no way you can be a Republican right now and not feel completely demoralized by it. So are you still happy to be one, or?
I mean, I'm happy that I had an awakening, and I'm happy that I left the Democratic Party, and I know the reasons why I left the Democratic Party. And so I'm sort of happy to have joined a party that I feel like is the antidote to the things that made me leave the other side. But I've said to you before a million times, and I've said, you know, out loud, like, I don't like being a part of a losing team. And I always feel like I'm on a losing team. And the reason why we lose is because our teammates are weak and disloyal, and they're not strong, they're not fighters, they have no energy, they have no vision, they don't recognize a good thing when they see it. They don't stand by people, they don't stand up for people. And I mean, even now, if you look at what I was able to do with Walkaway in 2.5 years, from 2018 through to the end of 2020, and then of course right after that I got arrested and everything started. It was like, having grenades tossed at my life and everything that I had built just exploding around me. Well, now I'm back and I'm here to, fight my way back into. But I mean, even still, I'm really struggling, with this. There's just like this lack of like what should be happening in a normal situation and what probably would happen if this situation were reversed and it was the left is like, the full might of my following and the people around me and other Democrat politicians and people in entertainment would all be like, let's do this. Let's build this back. I mean, it would be almost like an overnight thing. It would just be like everyone would be fighting to do this. But I'm still, oh my God, sending out emails and sending out messages and being like, Walkaway's back. We've launched a platform. Let's do this. Let's do this. I don't know.
It is so impossible to try to get the right to just act in their own best interest. It's like, we're trying to help you people.
We're trying to help you.
And the things that, I don't know if you picked up on it, but it seems in the last 6 months to a year, people have gotten so horrible in terms of the people with platforms and stuff. And it's like every day I just constantly hear them trying to make themselves smaller, trying to reach out to fewer people. They're the only group in the world that's always like, how can we reach less people?
Do you mean unintentionally, or they're actually intentionally doing that?
Both.
Both. That's
but
hilarious.
What I was gonna say though is I think though the reasons that they're so horrible are that whenever people tell me about everything wrong with the Republican Party, I'm like, yes, completely agree, and that is why you need to be a Republican, because that's the only way to change things. I just don't see. I like reality, and I don't see any realistic path of let's start another party or something. But I should mention, obviously, Walkaway isn't just Republican. That's the nice thing about it. We do all have different parties and different views.
Am I able to read the chat while we do this?
Yeah, click on comments. And let me put my
cool.
beloved Maddie, my scream queen, on here. I'm so demoralized with the party. The whole Crowder versus Daily Wire thing was just so overblown and stupid. We need more organizations like Walkaway. I agree.
Poetry Painter said that they joined Walkaway Social, but they don't know how to help. They haven't participated because they don't know how to help. Can I answer that?
Yes, please. Here we go, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
All right. So Walkaway Social is a platform that functions very similarly to Facebook. And it's available right now in the Apple App Store, the Google Play Store, and on the web at walkawaysocial.com. So you can load the mobile apps, which are really cool, by the way, like for the iPhone, iPad, Android phones and tablets. They're really, really cool. And you create an account, which takes 30 seconds. And once you have your profile, then we want you to join groups. And so you'll be automatically joined to the testimonial group. We kind of created the site that way. Yeah, there you go. That's the web version. And so if you click groups, the groups tab there, Mikey, at the top, then I can kind of show people. You see in that black bar? There you go.
Oops.
Yeah, so there's 3 subcategories of groups. Walkaway testimonials is one category. I have to get rid. Okay, right there where it says Walkaway Onyx. That's a test.
How is Walkaway on? It sounds like Walkaway After Dark.
Yeah, we have
Walkaway
to get rid of
Strip
that.
Club.
That's supposed to be a test group.
I want to join that one.
Yeah, and then we have Walkaway communities, which we're going to continue to build more of. And then we have state groups for all 50 states. So when you join the platform, you're already automatically joined to the testimonial group at the top. Can you click on the testimonial group, Mikey, at the top? Thank you. So that's where people are going to be, again, telling their walk away and walk with stories. So you can upload your video testimonials, your written testimonials, and tell your story. And it doesn't matter if if you walked away or if you're a lifelong conservative, because we want to hear from both sides. We encourage walk away testimonials from people who walked away from the Democratic Party, and walk with testimonials from people who never walked away from the Democratic Party. But I always tell people, it's important for walk with people to make their testimonials, A, because you're there to provide a community and support for people as they walk away from the left, and B, because I really want conservatives and Republicans, non-Democrats, to sort of reclaim the narrative of who you are, what you believe, because I think that's been hijacked by the left. And, you've been maligned as racist, bigots, homophobes, and now domestic terrorists and insurrectionists and things like that. So I think it helps people to walk away if they have a better understanding of who you really are. And that's why I encourage walk with people to also make a testimonial to talk about your values and how open and welcoming the conservative movement is, and that we want Black people and brown people and LGBT people and all different types of people to join our movement. So that's how you can help. Join Walkaway Social and go and make a testimonial and tell your story. If you walked away, tell your walkaway story. And if you're a walk with, just talk about your values and talk about a welcoming and an open community that we have.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, I get that all the time, that I think a lot of people don't know that we want to hear from the walk-withs also, because so many people tell me, oh, well, I didn't really walk away. We don't care, bring it. And right. I think the walk with people, for a lot of people like us who've walked away, you're kind of our greatest teachers, because we came from the left knowing nothing. Not only knowing nothing, but having to unlearn all of the propaganda that we ingested for year after year. So in many ways, you guys are some of the most important people for us to hear from.
Absolutely. And Poetry Painter now says, this is good, Brandon. You are right. I think it's a good idea to reclaim the narrative of who we are. Well, I'm glad. So please join the platform and go to the testimonial group and upload a testimonial. I love it when people make videos, because they go more viral, and that helps us grow the movement by the virality of the videos. But if you're absolutely too shy or just don't want to make a video, then a written testimonial is great too. And try to include a picture, because those also do really well when people include a picture. If you're too shy to do a video, but you want to do written, just put a picture on it and do the written. Those are great. People love those.
Cody asked, what am I actually posting? Just a video about how I walked away. And that says, tell us your story. We want to hear you. We're going to see your pretty face.
Yeah. Can I ask you one more favor, Mikey?
Yes.
Can you click right there while you're in the group? Do you see under where it says Walkaway Campaign, where it says videos?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you click
there
that?
We go.
Yeah. So these are examples of people who have made videos. There's pages. You can just scroll down. So you can see there's just these are all, yeah, click next.
Liz! I love her.
So we've gotten all different kinds of people of all different backgrounds telling their stories. So yeah, just make a video and just talk about,
Is he on a boat? No, he's not on a boat.
The guy in the hat?
Yeah, he's very fancy though. I like it.
No, he seems like a character. I know, and I started watching his video, and I have to go back and finish it. Oh,
there's me.
Yeah, talk about why you were a Democrat and what caused you to walk away.
I love Sandra right here. I love that we're not going to let them take dyed hair from us. We're not going to let them take everything from us. They've already conquered biology, the English language. We're not letting them take hair.
It's true. I know. You look at her and the first thing you think is oh my God, put a helmet on. Antifa's coming. But
well, that was the first thing you thought when we met.
Well, to be fair, I'm very Antifa alert. I think I probably think everyone's Antifa just to protect myself.
Yes, Cody, go on there. Hey, Thin White Axe, thanks for being here. 1 sec, I just want to hit John's super chat. Thank you for the super chat, my love. I wish Trump started a third party and aggressively pushed a MAGA agenda that way.
Well, let's make Walkaway the third party.
Yeah, let's make Walkaway the third party.
Yeah, because we're better.
Or let's just take over the Republican Party. They need it badly. Kieran, my love, I'm loving exploring Walkaway Social. Looking forward to posting a testimonial soon. Yeah, I've been on his ass to do it.
I love Kieran.
Right?
Yes.
He's
Karen, please make a video. Yeah, and I see Maddie up here says, I'm in Australia. Can I still join? Okay, Yeah, Maddie, so right now we only have the site open to Americans. But I think that will be changing soon. So please stay tuned. We wanted to kind of manage our growth. And bear in mind, I have a small volunteer moderation team who are moderating all the content on the site. So what we were kind of nervous about, like, because we can't have them in like 24-hour shifts. We don't have enough people yet that we can have people moderating in the middle of the night. So we kind of wanted to do like on American hours and things like that. But as we grow, definitely we'll open it up more, and that'll be coming.
Wait, sorry, I'm trying to catch up. Question. What is your question, Cody? Tell us your questions. Cody's awesome. Jennifer is awesome. I love this. We have all our favorite people here. That's where I have to say, I don't know how to say this without sounding all like peace and love and hippie-ish. I don't like that. I like sounding more like a bitch. But like, we just have like the kindest, sweetest people in the world in Walkaway. We really do.
No, it's true. It's true. Best people in any political movement. It's like its own thing. It's its own community. Oh, and by the way, everyone, we're doing a Walkaway anniversary event in West Palm Beach, Florida at the end of May. Now, we haven't figured out yet if we're going to do it on the 19th or on the 26th. But what you can do is you can go to walkawayanniversary.com and sign just first name, last name, and email. Sign up for our email list. And we'll keep you up to date about the Walkaway anniversary. It's going to be really fun, though. We're going to do like a big event, and then we're talking about doing like a brunch on Saturday, and it's going to be really, really fun. So sign up for our
I'm getting
anniversary
Kieran
email
to come.
Great.
He's
sign
been
up for
stuck in exile, but sorry.
Yeah, Mike. No, it's okay. Mikey put the URL in the chat, so click it and sign up for our anniversary email list, and we'll keep you up to date.
Mikey, you're wearing eyeshadow. I'm wearing eyeliner, and then I washed it off, which might not have been a good decision. I'm loving the platform so much, though, so far. I really appreciate, I've said this to you before, but I really appreciate that it doesn't look like these, D-list conservative apps. It's just, like, nothing against them, no disrespect.
I know
but
what you
like,
mean.
They just all look like they were made on like AOL GeoCities. Like,
yeah.
I've never been a fan of using them, but this looks amazing. It's like a real site.
Well, thank you. And I that's why I really, really want to get like lots and lots and lots of people on it and just blow it up and get everybody using it and sharing it. Because I mean, we put so much, I have literally spent 2 years working on the site, and every detail is important to me, from the artwork to the profile pictures and the cover photos. And, we had to create graphics for every single state. So 50 different graphics for 50 different state groups, and one for every. It's been a lot of work. But, I'm really proud of it. Would you click the home button so they can kind of see what the feed looks like when you're following friends and groups and.
Oh, home?
Yeah, the little, yeah.
It is like a real platform. It is a real platform. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
This is amazing. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I mean, you can, follow hashtags. You can see over there like trending hashtags. You can obviously post pictures, videos, and posts. You can follow friends. You can private message your friends. You can, that was one of my fat suits from CPAC. That was barely fitting into. You can, all sorts of stuff. You can do polls. You can plan events. Really cool stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, that's what it looks like. And you guys are going to love it if you get off your lazy asses and just take 30 seconds to sign up.
Mine is coming this weekend. Because I had to like catch. So my first Walkaway video was sort of like, the beginning until, what was it, 2018, 2019. And this is then through now, which so much has happened. But mine is
so much has happened.
How is it? You just said 5 years. And on the one hand, I feel like it's flown by. But on the other, how has it been? I feel like we've aged 30 years.
I've aged. I would be grateful if I had only aged 30 years from especially the last 2 years. I don't know. I think it feels all of 5 years to me, for sure. But I don't know. I think when you look at that little like retrospective that you did at the beginning, which was so cool. I mean, at the same time, it does kind of feel like yesterday that we were doing our first LGBT town hall, or I don't know. Chicago seems like a long time ago. We've done a
that
lot.
was, I think,
God,
4
we've
years
done a lot.
ago in a couple days. It was March 26th, our first event together.
Oh my God.
It must have been 4 years ago.
Yeah. Wow.
I know.
Wow.
That was the one where we were a clear and present danger to their queer communities. And that was something I said. I wrote this in my essay I just wrote on Substack, but I was like thinking back on that, and I was like, you know what? I mean, in terms of queer, how they use it, I'm like, you know what? I think they were right. I think we are a clear and present danger to their queer communities. We are a clear and present danger to their lies and bullshit and propaganda and conformity. We are a clear and present danger.
Is that what they said? Did they say we were clear and present danger?
They said, my favorite part of it, though, was that we are responsible for violence against Muslims, Jews. We brought the Jews and Muslims together in hatred of us. Women, like just black people, gay people, every group you can imagine.
Who said this about us?
That was in the open letter about us. Mm-hmm.
The lawsuit said that we brought danger and violence to Muslims, Jews, and
we should have won that.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Yeah, they said that we are openly white supremacists. And I feel like they've only gotten more and more crazy since then.
Mm-hmm. You think? Yeah, I can vouch for that.
That's the thing, though, is I feel like not just us, like not to pat ourselves on the back, but us, so many people in the chat, everyone who's walked away, we all knew what was coming. We were all kind of at the forefront of this because if you think about the issues back then when we walked away, they were relatively tame compared to the ones now. And I feel like every single one of us could see the direct line that could be drawn from sort of banning comedy or comedians performing in colleges and the authoritarianism, even in comparatively smaller ways, versus now where you have the government locking you in your house and force injecting you and shutting businesses down.
Yeah. Well, I said it in that first video. I told everyone they'll come for me and then they'll come for you.
Boy, did you not know how accurate that would be.
It's true. I didn't know it was going to be this bad. I knew it was possible, but I didn't know it was going to be this bad. No,
God, no one did. By the way, I think the fact that you somehow didn't start drinking again is like, you deserve a medal.
Thank you.
You should start your own like AA movement.
So it was almost 5 years ago that we made that video. I think we must have shot it in April of 2018. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was shortly before my birthday, so maybe like mid-April, something like that.
Yeah, that sounds right. Well, and do you remember we shot it twice?
Yeah, the first one came out all janky.
The first one came out bad. I don't know if people know that.
Do you ever sometimes think maybe I should have put that first one out and nobody would have seen it and I could have been spared all this aggravation?
Well, I mean, it just goes to show, I think, that like if you believe in something, you really have to stick to your vision, because you guys may not know, but in my original walkaway video, the Once Upon a Time I Was a Liberal video, we actually shot that twice. So the first version we had done like a week or two before, and it took forever. Oh my God. So we were there for hours shooting it. And then I got home and I looked at the footage, and typical me, I was like, this is not good enough. Like, this is not, it didn't look like, the color looked weird. And there were just I can't remember, but there were like a number of problems. I feel like
the light was coming through those big windows.
Yeah, that's it. Cause like half of my face was kind of shadowed and the other half was sort of not shadowed. And I think we were trying to convince ourselves that it was like artsy and cool, but I was like, it's not.
That's what we said. That's so true. I forgot about that.
And so then we had to all get together again and do it again, and it took another like 5 hours, and then I spent like 2 weeks editing it. Every bit of music, every little headline, every picture, And then I came to your house toward the end, and we did like the final edits. I remember we went through and.
Do you remember too? I had annoying roommates at the time who were super leftist, so we went in my backyard to edit it, and there was this giant dead possum there, and we just dealt with it.
I wasn't gonna bring that up because I thought you might be embarrassed. That is the thing I remember most about the night.
The spirit of the dead possum brought us luck.
Yeah, but it smelled really bad.
Horrible.
It smelled really bad. Horrible. Yeah, there was like a rotting dead animal in the backyard, and we were sitting there editing that video.
It was a metaphor for what would become of our sanity.
Yeah.
Aw, Maddie, that video changed my life. Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you, Maddie. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Who the hell knew though? I mean, I knew that it was gonna do really well, but who the hell knew that it would sort of take all of our lives in another direction? Can you imagine back then thinking that in a couple years the government would try to put you in federal prison for nothing?
And that the FBI would, kick my door down and take me to jail. And no, I didn't see any of this coming. I mean, how could we? COVID, BLM, January 6th, I mean, what a nightmare last few years have been.
And I think too, in the election in 2020, I feel like because with all the bullshit that happened with the election, it maybe got overshadowed a bit, that I feel like we never really got the opportunity to think about how successful we were that year with what we were doing. The LGBT vote doubled. Millions of people went away from voting Democrats. Like, we really did a lot. And you can drop the names and I'll be the one to pat us on the back. So a little pat on our backs. We were the only people in 2020 who were doing anything.
That's really true. I mean, we were the only people in 2020 doing anything. We were the only group that did outreach events for the LGBT community. We weren't the only people who did outreach for Black or Hispanic or whatever, but we were kind of the only ones who were specifically targeting Democrats and going in and doing Democrat targeted events. And it was so much. I mean, the Hard Truth educational videos, all the media, the marches, the rallies, it's crazy. When I go a college campus tour, when I go back, and what's really crazy is the majority of that happened before COVID. I mean, the majority of that happened in 1 year, 2019. I mean, 2019, it was just day after day after day doing stuff. But you're right. In 2020, we were also traveling every week. It was a lot. I miss it.
I can't think of any other group that wasn't leftist that was doing anything once COVID happened.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And certainly not defying all the mandates. I memean, God, do you remember when what was it, on a plane where they took that picture of you, because you didn't want you were had words for them about the masks?
Well, I got banned. I got banned by American Airlines in June or July of 2020, and the reason why was I was flying to Chaz / Chop, to go undercover, to go inside Chaz, which I did. I dressed like Antifa and I infiltrated Chaz, and I took videos and did interviews and stuff like that. But I was on my way flying to Seattle, and I refused to wear a mask, and then I got banned by American Airlines.
And no, but that's another thing that I feel like so many people on the right wouldn't do, is those masks were really the gateway to all of this. And I feel like so few people back then would say no to them. So many people just went along with it, and everyone was so afraid. This is what the left does: is they create a term, they slap that term on you, and then people on the right are like, "Oh no, I'm not that term." So they did that with anti-mask. They do that all the time. It's like people need to just stop meeting them on their terms.
Yeah, well, that's what we were talking about, with the walk withs and their testimonials, because they just sort of turn the narrative over to the left. I mean, in my opinion, the worst example of that is January 6th, and what happened to every person arrested for January 6th, including myself. And that was a moment where I really needed the right to stand up and push back. And I always felt like my story was the perfect opportunity for them to do it, because I didn't go inside the Capitol. I didn't commit any violence. I didn't break anything. I didn't encourage anyone to break anything or hurt anybody, but I was being treated like Osama bin Laden, and everyone on the right just kind of like let it happen. And then now finally people are kind of starting to push back, because thank God, Tucker put some of those that footage out, and I don't know if there's going to be more or not. I'm kind of afraid. I'm like, is that it? Are we done? Was a couple of nights of a couple of stories, and are we done? But at least now people are starting to kind of push back a little bit. But it wasn't until they were given permission to do it, but so.
And I mean, think about it though. Everything I don't mean you and I in particular. I mean, all of us, we have been proven right about every single thing. The lockups, the vaccines, January 6th, every single one. So I think it's just time is what will prove us right ultimately. One sec. Oh, that's a really good question, Brian. I'm going to get to you in a sec. Let me just go to Poetry Painter. Brandon, did you see all of the stuff that is coming out about the FBI's conduct in this Proud Boys trial? They infiltrated the defense team allegedly. I don't know anything about that.
Oh, I'm not 100% sure what he's referring to, but I know that there is. Was that a guy or girl who said that?
Girl, she's great.
Okay. Is she? It was Poetry. Yeah, Poetry. Are you talking about? Are you talking about how it was recently brought out that one of the FBI agents was intentionally hiding discovery, basically on a spreadsheet, and that she may have also been possibly like interfering with communications between the defense attorney and the defendant, because that I am aware of. But unfortunately, in that case, the judge didn't really allow it to go very far. Of course.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. Let's see what you said. We'll come back to that. This, I think, is a very good question, Brian. Have your views changed on Back the Blue?
Mine?
Mm-hmm.
No, not overwhelmingly. I think they've certainly changed on individual police officers, like the 8 Capitol police officers who are suing me, who are working on the other side of the building.
Let's just make sure people understand. Police officers who you have never met,
right? Didn't
never
see on that day,
life.
right? And as far as I understand the case, and believe me, the case is not easy to understand because it makes no sense. But so I'm one of about 36 people who are being sued, and we're all being sued by a Soros-funded nonprofit out of DC. And this Soros-funded nonprofit is representing 8 Capitol police officers who are Black people, like Black and Hispanic people. And initially, they were alleging like a racial bias civil rights conspiracy, that we were a bunch of white supremacists who went to the Capitol to beat up Black people and blah, blah, blah. And the judge actually dismissed a good portion of those counts against me, but the judge left me in 2 counts that I have to defend. So I now am defending myself on accusations of aiding and abetting assault and aiding and abetting battery. And what makes it just, well, these 8 officers who were working on the other side of the building at a time when I wasn't even there. And I believe their alleged injuries occurred 40 minutes before I was on Capitol grounds. So I believe they're alleging they were injured at 2:00, and I arrived on the opposite side of the building at 2:40. And then one of them arrived at 4:00, and I had already left at like 3:40. So he got injured after I left. The others got injured before I got there. But, I may end up having to go to trial to defend myself against these officers who are claiming that I was somehow partially responsible for their assault.
And this is what people don't realize. This is what so many people, not just leftists, but so many of these sort of very appropriate conservative types that just go along with this stuff, they don't realize that the authoritarianism that they ask for today will bite them in the ass tomorrow. I mean, this is something that every single person should care about. You can be a leftist. You can hate Brandon. You can hate me, but you should care for yourself. The worst thing that they allegedly had on Brandon was him say, and I know you can't, so I'm speaking for myself here 100%, was they claim that he said, take the shield. Think about this for a second. It was on video, the person saying that with a thick Southern accent. So they could have video evidence clearing your name, proving your innocence, and a court of law can still present that and gaslight you into saying this person that sounds nothing like you is you. And nobody will ever convince me that there aren't somewhere being buried 10 different angles of that would show your mouth shut because it wasn't you. And that you could still have to plead guilty to it. And thank God you did, because you couldn't take that chance. But this is something that every single person should care about. There can be video evidence of your innocence, and it doesn't matter. You can be sued by people that you've never even met for assault, and it doesn't matter. And we saw the beginnings of this. This is something that is sort of a theme through my next walkaway video, is that we saw the beginning of the thread onwards from the day that we got chased by a mob in front of a police precinct, and it didn't matter, in front of every media camera, and it didn't matter.
That was one of the most like horrifying realizations I think I've ever had through this entire experience, was the day that we got chased by a mob. There were 5 of us and there were 30 of them. Some of them were gigantic. A mob of BLM rioters chasing us down the street, stealing phones, breaking them, threatening our lives, chasing us. And every news camera captured it. Everyone, ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox, Telemundo, everything. They all captured it. And that night on the news, they did not run that story. Instead, they ran the story of how BLM were the victims of the walkaway movement attacking them. I was just like, okay, nope, it's over.
And that was, I think, the real story of what, because, it was very scary in the moment. You didn't know who had a knife or a gun, but, we lived. So I can, I call it the low speed chase now. But the real story of that was that it was in front of a police precinct, in front of media cameras. They were literally pounding on cars with metal batons or whatever. It doesn't matter. So I want to answer what you said, Brian. I actually have always felt a little bit differently. I've never said back the blue. Obviously I disagreed with BLM and their whole twisting of all that, but I've always felt like there are problems that need to be addressed. Here during the lockups, it was the police who were, invading synagogues and enforcing all of these lockdowns. So I think the left is batshit crazy in how to address it, but I do think that there are like underlying issues there.
Yes.
Hey, our beautiful Lime lady is here. Love you, Sarah. It's thank you, B. I know he gets it. Speaking for myself, 100% this. And that's the thing. A lot of people can say that they would never commit a crime. Not everyone can say that they don't know if they'll be charged with one. Very true. Very true. But I'm so proud of you, though. It's unimaginable that you are as well adjusted, relatively well adjusted as you are today after all this.
No, it's been a lot. And it's definitely been very difficult spiritually and mentally.
Someone said, I was talking about this recently with somebody about how they're like a small handful of people on Twitter, their lives revolve around you. I wish I cared about anything as much as these people. They think about you more than my parents think about me, more than my boyfriend thinks about me.
More than I think about myself. Yeah.
I know. You can literally just think Brandon's name and they will appear. So I was saying something about that to a friend and they were like, please, if the entire federal government couldn't take down Walkaway, they ain't going to either.
Good point.
Thank you, Giorgio. It's amazing you guys haven't gone insane. I was already insane, so nothing's really changed. I think we had, sorry, I think I was missing super chat. Let me check. I'm so excited for the event in Florida. And I think what I'm going to do, is I'm going to like stay there afterwards and like go look at places. I'm planning my move for around September.
That's good. You should. You've needed to move for years.
He has literally been telling me this since maybe before Walkaway started.
Well, I just know you'll be a lot happier. And I know you're kind of like staying stuck in a situation.
Yeah.
You know?
It's been hard that, I mean, how great people forget how great this city used to be. And it's just gotten so horrible.
I'm going to be there next month,
Yes. I can't wait. When do you get here? Can you say?
Yeah, I think I'll be there April 20. I'm there like the end, so I'll be there somewhere around like the 25th or 26th through like the 30th or something.
Right after my birthday. It's always April with us.
Yeah. Tell me what day your birthday is again.
21st.
Yeah, I'll be there after that. But
I miss you living here, though. I miss our movie nights. Do you remember, you guys, one night, when Brandon still lived here, he made us watch that Al Gore climate change documentary, was it The Inconvenient Truth?
It's so boring.
Do you remember, though, how everything, because it came out when I was a little kid, I think. So every word that he said in it was completely off.
Like none of it came true. Yeah.
Do you remember there was a part where he said, in 10 years, it will and this was I think he said like by 2012, it'll never snow on Mount Kilimanjaro ever again. So Brandon looks it up. I'm like, does it still snow? He's like, oh, it's snowing right now.
It's literally snowing right now. Somebody said that's your birthday is Prince's death day. Did you know that?
What? It is?
Yeah.
My birthday is Sarah's anniversary. I like that better than Prince's death. I think it was like the Queen of England's birthday or something like that. No, maybe I made that up. John Forge said, Brandon, do a walkaway world tour. Okay. I like this idea.
Please donate.
I've been telling him I think we need like walk away the Bahamas or walk away Hawaii. Yeah, somewhere tropical.
Well, Hawaii isn't. I mean, we could actually justify that too. I mean, that's one of the most like libtarded states in the entire country.
Shame. That's such a shame. It's so nice too. I've always wanted to go there.
We could justify a walkaway Hawaii trip.
I'm just saying.
Just saying.
I'm from Canada, and I feel the media portrayed the Freedom Convoy the same way the January 6th. As January 6th, Freedom Convoy caused me to look at the police differently. Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, it was very similar. And then they started maligning them and demonizing them and debanking them and canceling them. And Cody Ghost says we have the same birthday. Ask Cody Ghost what his birthday is. Or hers. Is it a girl or a guy?
Shouldn't you know? It's your birthday.
Well, I want to see if he or she is right. Is it a girl? Is she a girl?
I feel horrible saying this because we've known each other for so long through here, and I've never asked you that.
What, when my birthday is?
So I've been like meaning to ask you, Cody, for a long time. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, it is. We have the same birthday, December 16th. Yeah.
Kieran says he can be the UK ambassador. I like this idea.
I do too.
Yeah, we need it's Mike and Aries or Taurus. I'm the first day of Taurus. So I kind of feel though like you could look up the meaning of any astrological sign and be like, oh, that's me. It's sort of like I don't know what.
I don't know.
No, Cody, I'm seriously asking. I don't know. Because I've never seen you. I've only seen that you're by the way, you're the only cool person in the world with an anime profile. Yes, Maddie needs to be the Aussie ambassador. We're like planning Walkaway Global right now. I love this.
Well, maybe I do need to open the site up more internationally.
Yeah,
because I need more help.
The world is going insane.
Yeah, but we need we need people to get on there, use it, join it, love it, kiss it, hug it, and then we need help. I need more help.
Chris, you should make a video too. I saw your post that was amazing. Yeah, if anyone who is watching this in the future, go to Walkaway Social, sign up, we want to see your pretty faces. Make us a video.
Yeah, make a video, you guys, please, please, please. I mean, we literally had like tens of thousands of videos before we got banned on Facebook. And I don't know, I think everybody's just kind of like depressed and they don't know what to do and whatever. But I'm telling you what to do. This is what we're going to rebuild this. We're going to make it amazing, but it's a community effort. You know, we need everyone to get involved.
And let me tell you guys something too. I think it was Maddie or somebody mentioned earlier they were like the Daily Wire stuff and the Crowder stuff. I feel like I've been saying this to Brandon for years that I feel like Walkaway is unique in ways that we haven't even begun to realize yet. I feel like it is so different than all of the stuff that's out there. I think a lot of people, myself included, are very sick of sort of all the talking heads and all the. It's just become a little insufferable lately.
Yeah.
So I feel like Walkaway has always been something unique. So, and we're all part of it. It's not just Brandon. It's not just me. It's all of you. So make your videos.
Is Forge also from international?
He is now our New Zealand ambassador.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think, Giorgio, I don't know why I thought you're American, right? I think. I could be wrong. I can bring in our Italian ambassador.
Okay.
Maddie. I concur, but oh, I like this. Walkaway people are the reality havers, the grass touchers. I like that.
I like that
That's
too.
kind of true. We're kind of like in the real world.
I like it too.
Maybe not like mentally, but So what are the Walkaway plans going ahead beyond this, this event and the Walkaway social?
So, well, let's talk about this event first. So, because it's pretty cool. So at the end of May, it's our anniversary. Like I said, we're trying to plan if we're doing the 19th or the 26th. More people, I think, are asking for the 19th. So we're trying right now to move it to the, I mean, not that it'll be easy, but we just have to get the venue's permission. And anyway, so what we're planning to do for this event is do almost like a mini conference, and I want to call it Walkacon. And basically, so I want to do a mini conference called Walkacon, and I want to basically have a combination of real people telling real walkaway stories, like in a TED Talk style, and then a couple of the kind of like big names, people who have been supportive of us. I've been talking with Carrie Lake and Silk of Diamond and Silk and Lara Trump and a number of other people. So I think we'll have some really cool kind of big name people possibly there too to speak with us. We're going to do like a small debate section and a panel, and all of this just sort of in one evening in a black box theater. It's going to be really fun and really cool, and it's going to be great. And so that, and then the next day, I think we're going to do kind of like a brunch style event, something casual, maybe have a speaker for the brunch, but it's going to be just like a big love fest to kind of celebrate everything that we've done, everything that we've been through, that we survived the DOJ attack, that we survived so much of what we've gone through. And then after that, my plans for the rest of the year are we're going to get back into college campuses. We're going to do more debates. We really want to put a lot of focus on doing debate events because I think that that's really important to try to reach the left by sort of, attacking their talking points with lefties. And then of course we want to continue to make really great videos and stuff like that. And I want to grow the platform. I mean, that's my biggest number one goal, because what I really want to do, I mean, we had 510,000 people on Walkaway campaign before Facebook banned it. And it was very active. I mean, our posts were getting tens of thousands of reactions and thousands of comments and stuff. It was a very, very active group. And I mean, imagine how powerful we could be if everyone would come onto the platform and we were all on because unlike, Facebook, even if you have 510,000 people in a Facebook group, Facebook controls how many people get to see your posts. And eventually, even if you have 500,000 people, you're going to get, 10 reactions on every post because they won't let anyone see it. And then even if you want to do an event, you don't have the people's email addresses. You don't really have access to them. By rebuilding it on our own platform, once we get huge and we have tens of thousands of people and stuff, I can email people directly. I can send them messages directly from the platform. We can try to reach like every single member and just grow this thing huge, huge, huge. I just need people to stop being so lazy and sign up. That's it. Just
guys, when you were done watching this, every single one of you needs to go sign up for Walkaway Social. Add me. Let's be friends. It's amazing. And it's just it just launched, so it's just starting. So it's only going to get even better.
Yes.
Hot somebody who is on there, Liz, our beloved Liz. We love you. She is great. I'm so excited for this event, though. It's going to be amazing.
How did you like your YouTube audience? Do you know them in real life, or are they kind of just like your online people?
No, they're just amazing. Like it's sort of like we got like our little squad here.
Yeah, no, I like it.
we sort of watch the same ones together and stuff. I've meaning if you guys like my stuff, by the way, shameless plug. As you know, I'm an aspiring grifter, so I'm trying to be a better grifter. So if you like my stuff, sign up for my locals or my Patreon. I'm gonna start again next week doing movie nights and Zoom hangouts and all that. So that's what's cool is through that I've gotten to know a lot of our peeps better.
So you have a Patreon?
Yes, and I have locals.
Everyone should join Mikey's Patreon.
Thank you.
Yeah, and what is it? Patreon what?
Patreon.com/MikeHarlow.
Patreon.com/MikeHarlow. And can they just sign up at like any level, like $1 a month,
Yes.
$5, $10?
Yeah, it's totally open.
Yeah. So everyone should just go right now and sign up for like 10 or 20 bucks a month.
I love you. See, this is why you're way better than I am at that.
Do it right. I'm going to do it myself right now.
Oh, you're the best. And like I said, if you like reading things, I just launched my Substack where I wrote my first essay. Brandon, thank you so much for like encouraging me with writing, because I feel like I've kind of fallen in love with writing again, and I'm really excited about that.
I'm signing up for your Patreon. I'm not listening to you right. Okay, so what is it? Patreon.com what?
/Mike Harlow, just my name.
/Mike Harlow. Oh, you know what? I'm banned for Patreon. Let's see if they'll even let me do it.
I have locals, MikeHarlow.locals.com.
There you go. All right.
See, that's what I'm afraid of with Patreon. So I've been more with my locals. I'll put the thing there. Brian, thank you for the super chat. Brian, do another Jeffrey Marsh and Dylan Mulvaney video. Okay, I should tell you, I just ordered my clothes for it from
it won't
Amazon.
let me. Your account has been disabled. If you believe this is an error, please. No, they banned me from Patreon. Well, I'll join.
I thought that was locals. I was like, they're supposed to be against that.
No. Patreon. Patreon will not even allow me to support you.
They're horrible. Yeah, that's what I've been afraid of with Patreon, so I haven't focused on that as much as locals. I'll drop my locals in the thing below. Brian, I'll tell you. So I'm going to do a video as both of them together. So I'm excited for that. Here is
Poetry says more Brandon roasting Mikey, please, which I'm happy to do, but I don't really feel like I was doing. Was I doing that?
You always are. It's great.
Yeah, but I feel like I've been pretty nice tonight.
What?
Okay. I feel like I've been pretty nice tonight.
I know. Are you feeling okay?
No, I don't know. I've been I've been a little blue, honestly.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe because I don't know, Mikey. I just get a little blue sometimes.
I know.
Well, it's a sad state of affairs that we're in right now. It ain't easy living with under the thumb of the man,
Yeah.
And today I had to go and see my probation officer. I had to do a urinalysis. I had to pee in a cup. That always sucks. Having to pee in front of a stranger. Like
they're in the room with you?
Oh, they're in the room with you, and they don't take their eyes off of your penis for a single second. Like they literally have to watch.
See, that should have been my job. I went into the wrong line of work.
Well,
that sounds like a great career.
Yeah, that probably will be what I end up doing too. So I ended up like I got up this morning, didn't allow myself to go to the bathroom, drank like 7 cups of coffee, like started binge drinking water, and then I walked over to my PO officer's office and I had to pee so bad. I was in so much pain, and she was like 15 minutes late, so I had to just sit there like dying in the reception area, and then she let me in, and it was of course a guy that went in the bathroom with me, and I was just staring at me, and I couldn't go. But then it broke the tension when I started talking to him. I was just like, this is awful. It's awful having you stare at me while I'm trying to pee. And he started laughing, and then suddenly I started peeing. It's fine.
Was he cute at least?
Yes. He was very good looking. Yeah, he was very
Did he
good looking.
seem to like what he saw?
That's not really even where my head was.
That's where my head would have been.
I was just trying to get through it.
I don't know. If he's there next time you go, I would keep that in the back of your mind. Maybe that could be like the silver lining of all this. Poetry Painter said, I think everyone is kind of there with you, Brandon, and God bless you for working through all of this bullshit. Seriously. That's the thing. I think I've said this to you before, but like, this was so much more fun when it didn't impact us this much.
Yeah.
And I think that's true for so many people, like with the, how many people lost their businesses, if not through BLM, then through the lockups, with the vaccine mandates, with all of it. Like, I feel like it was a little bit more theoretical before 2020.
Yeah, it was more theoretical. And until you just said what you just said right now, I didn't really stop to realize how many ways in which it's almost as if the government forced upon me a lot of the stuff I wasn't willing to do willingly because of COVID. I mean, they forced me to not be able to leave my apartment when they put me on house arrest because I wasn't willing to adhere to the government lockdowns before. They basically forced my business to shut down because of everything that they did to shut down my bank accounts, my payment processors, my Facebook group, they basically forced my business. I mean, not like out of business, but like, to stop. And it's interesting when you think about it. I never really considered it before, but it's like, in a way, they found like an authoritarian way. I mean, not that the other one wasn't, but it really, to your point, I think people could have not obeyed and shouldn't have obeyed. And I didn't obey, but they kind of found a way to force me through the law to obey.
That's what's always bothered me the most. Maybe it's just a New York thing, I don't know, but like how so many people just went along with all this. I'm like, it's not bad enough for you now. Like, how much worse can it get? It's crazy.
Yeah.
And that was such a mind fuck too, that like, 2020, things were really good once we got past the initial like we were traveling. It felt like we were making a difference. And then to come home and everything is locked down, there's nowhere to go, there's nothing to do. And then shortly after, oh, by the way, you're going to be segregated. You can't go out anywhere. You can't do anything, can't work, can't go to gym, can't do anything. It's crazy.
It is crazy. And we were making a difference. And it's like, for all of the hard work that we did in 2020, and if anyone doesn't know, we traveled around the country doing rallies that we called Rescue America rallies, outdoor rallies during COVID. And I mean, we did something like 19 rallies in, I don't know, 4 months, 5 months, something like that. And we did one a week. Some weeks we did 3 in 1 week in a different city every single time. And by the end of 2020, when it came to the election, the Trump and the Republicans grew with LGBT people. They grew with Black people. They grew with Hispanic, like literally every minority community grew. And yet somehow still at 3 a.m, like 8 or 9 million white men, I guess, voted for Joe Biden. I don't know, but straight white men, all those votes came in at 3 a.m.
Maybe the left was right about straight white men, if that's what they're going to do.
Stupid straight white men.
Everywhere we went, you could feel it. I mean, not just when we were doing events, because that would make sense, but just, in New York, going to the grocery store, you could feel the momentum for Trump that fall. When I would go to the grocery store wearing a Trump hat, and along the way, a dozen people would come up to me, high-fiving me. Like, you could feel
love your hat, love your
excitement. Yeah. So, I mean, that'll never make sense to me as long as I live. Poetry Painter, thank you so much. She said it's for the Mikey Action Figure Fund. More Brandon roasting Mikey. That's just like every day for us.
No, she's right though. There needs to be more of that.
He's out of your game.
Oh, your outfit. That's why, because of the comments I made about your outfit. So, okay, what is going on?
I wore this to Carrie's wedding.
Carrie who?
Carrie Smith.
Oh,
Carrie Smith.
Carrie Bradshaw. You did you buy it like at a dominatrix shop and you could only afford half? Was it half off?
No, but I did. Okay, so when we were doing our events in 2020, I had the cutest gloves that I would wear. These like half gloves that I randomly bought in a porn shop. Not that I was going to porn shops, but like I was with a friend and she ran into some building. She was drunk and I was chasing after her and it was a porn shop. And so I walked in and they had the cutest gloves that I had to buy them. And now I can't find them, but I don't want to like go into porn shops looking for like fashion accessories.
Again.
That would just be weird.
So, okay, but where did this come from?
I think I ordered it online.
Oh, they sell that on Amazon.
No, it was something. I don't know. Rebel Market.
Okay. All right. And I'm not going to make you stand up because I know we're both hideously overweight right now, but is like, what is the bottom part?
I mean, I'm not wearing pants.
You're not wearing pants.
No. Nobody would know
that. Are you wearing anything?
No.
You're naked.
I'm underwear.
So right now you're sitting in that chair wearing a pair of underwear and your dominatrix top, and that's it.
That wasn't the intention, though.
Yeah, it looks like you're wearing Janet Jackson's Super Bowl outfit when they pulled her boob out.
I need like a sun shining on my titty. What was that about?
What about?
The sun shining on her titty. Remember there was like...
Because the whole thing was planned. They were supposed to do the whole thing, and then they lied about it after they did it.
But who would put a freaking sunshine... Or it looked like a pineapple on her tit.
I liked it.
You liked it?
Yeah, I did. I liked it.
What?
It was
a
just
giant pineapple on her tit?
It was just like a little ornament that was there on her nipple, but it was
Did you wear that?
by the fact that it was there that the whole thing was planned.
Yeah, and the lyrics were like, "I'm gonna have you naked."
Have you naked by the end of this song? Oh, whoops! You accidentally pulled my breast out, and I just accidentally put my nipple ornament on underneath my outfit that I never meant for anyone to see. Oops!
Would you wear a pineapple piercing on your nipple?
It was a booby brooch. That's what Poetry Painter says.
What's a booby brooch?
What Janet Jackson was wearing.
I thought it was a piercing.
No, it was like a pasty. It was like an ornamental pasty.
Oh, I thought it was a piercing.
No. I think it was just like glued onto the top. No, it was not. It was not a piercing. I don't.
Can I say, by the way, I feel I don't get the appeal of nipple piercings. They seem painful.
I don't. Yeah, I don't like. I don't want one. I've never had one, and I don't really like seeing them in other people.
Right? I feel pain just looking at them.
I did used to have my septum pierced, and I also had my eyebrow pierced, which is why.
No, you didn't. You had the trans piercing. The bowl.
Why is it a trans piercing?
That's what they all have. They got the anime profile picture and the bowl piercing and the blue hair.
Yeah, I had that. And I had multiple, like I had the bowl one, with the balls. And then I had like the circular one too. I had a bunch of them. I had like a circle one with the ball in the middle. I had it for a while. I wore it for like a year or two. I probably got rid of it shortly before I met you.
Oh, thank God. I was going to say this is before we became friends because I would have said, oh my God, the bowl piercing. Cody, you cannot get the bowl piercing. Cody, let us do an interfriendship on you. You cannot do the bowl piercing.
I'm going to send you a picture of.
You have a picture of your bowl piercing?
Oh, I have lots of them.
Oh my God. Let me hit the super chats that I missed, by the way.
If I send it to you, are you able to share it?
Hi, Mike. SJ says hi and sends her love. Hey, SJ, we love you. Maddie reminds us we had internment camps in Australia. Very true. Liz says, yo, Mikey, and park date. Liz hates that I have gone on park dates. I haven't in a long time. John asked, would you like to do a video with me sometime? I would do a video with you anytime, Mr. Forge. Liz, not going to Florida. Wheelchairs and aw, I wish you were. I miss you. I haven't seen Liz since our DC, what was it? The March in DC. The Unsilent March
That was
that
April
Kathy Griffin was
2020.
pissed off about.
Yeah, she was?
Remember, she posted the video promo that we made for it, and she was like, "This is like the Hitler Youth."
Oh my God. I know. God, you remember so much stuff I don't remember. Everything's a
I
blur
used
to
to
me.
like her too.
She said that our Unsilent March was like the where we're all going unsilent, that video, right?
Yeah. She's
Yeah.
like, it's like Hitler propaganda.
Yeah.
Sunspot, I saw Scream. It was all right. Which Scream are you saying was all right? If you're saying 6 was all right, okay, that's understandable. If you're saying Scream 1 was all right, I don't know. It's not just all right. Let me know.
Check your text messages.
Ooh, hold on. Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm here. I'm checking my text messages. I'm here though. I use my phone as a camera, so
No, we can hear you.
okay.
And I'll read them. I'll keep the messages go.
Yeah, let us
All
know.
right. So Car wants to know what's a park date.
A date where you go to the park with someone.
Yeah.
But Liz is having none of that. She does not like park dates.
I'm trying to find one with the little bowl piercing. Because I know I had that one too.
Oh my God, I'm sending it to my computer to show everyone. One sec.
I got to get myself shredded again. I was shredded back then. Shredded.
Me too. I was never shredded, but I need to be.
Oh, I was shredded.
Yeah, you used to be built like a brick shithouse.
Yep. And I'm going to get right back to it. Because I really liked that time in my life. Did you get the pictures?
Yes, one sec. I'm going to bring them up. Hold on. I can't believe you had a bull piercing. One second, I'm getting it. My computer's very slow. Oh my God, Brandon. Okay, wait. Come on, share. Oh, this is so annoying.
What's a corset piercing?
A corset piercing?
Yeah.
What?
Lime Lady said I almost got a corset piercing.
Like where they know.
What? I still don't get what it is.
I don't know how to. I think it's like they pierce things in you and then a ribbon goes around it. It sounds very painful. Here we go.
I don't think that's a thing.
Brandon! See, this is how you know we weren't friends yet here, because I would have been like, what the fuck is in your nose? I used to have like the hoop, but not the bowl.
Look how good my eyebrows look though.
Let me see your eyebrows now. You've always had like,
yeah.
What did you do to them there?
Yeah, I must have like brushed them within an inch of their life.
Brushed them. I don't have enough eyebrows to brush. Oh my God, I can't believe that.
See, Cody likes it. Cody goes says hot, hot,
I
hot.
can't believe the chat is encouraging you.
Well, they're not as judgmental as you are. Thank you. You're gorgeous.
Don't encourage him with the trans piercing.
I sent you 3 pictures. Will you show the other ones?
Hold on.
No one's on your side. Lady Suda says hot.
You guys are a bad influence. Darlene, does Darlene agree with me?
Darlene would say or do anything to hurt me. She just wants she wants to keep me humble.
Good. I like her. All right, where's the other one now? Oh my God. You were built like a brick shithouse.
Yeah, well, it's all coming back. Don't worry. We're- Look at that beautiful jawline. I was nice and trim.
Glam Squad. You were the Glam Squad.
I worked for Glam Squad at the time. Yeah.
Antifa appropriated you. B, thank you, B. I have to agree with Mikey. At least it was not to say anything nice about you, because I would never do such a thing. However, at least it was a little bit more of a tasteful one than they have.
I don't like nose piercing of any kind. Seems like a booger trap to me, says Poetry Painter.
You might have a date offer here. Brandon, your lips are kissable.
Oh, well, is that a girl?
I think it's a girl, but you know,
yeah,
if you ever decide.
I can't, I'm not choosy these days. So
yeah. Can we, by the way, we need to have, I've been saying this forever, we need to have like the Bachelor, but like the Branchler.
Oh my God, I love that.
Let's do it. I want to find you a man so badly.
The Branchler. I think that's a great idea.
Whenever you're down, we can have like suitors.
Yeah, but
are you down for this now?
No, I'm totally down for this. But I want like I want really good prospects, like really good.
Oh, hell yeah!
I don't want. I mean, but if such a thing existed, wouldn't I have had a date within the last 10 years?
I think it's just because you're busy that you haven't.
I'm busy, but gay people are also awful.
They're horrible. They're horrible.
Awful.
So
the Branchler.
Awful.
If anybody would like to audition to be on the Branchler,
come on my channel. We can have like the whole dating game here.
Yeah.
I can think of like not people I know, but I can think of like random guys that I've seen who are homocons that look like they would be your type.
Well, and look, there are worse things in the world than dating me. Like first of all,
dating me.
I'm very generous. I'll always pay for the dates, everything.
You're making yourself sound like a sugar daddy.
I believe in going out to like nice places, so I'll gladly take the person out to nice dinners. Well, yeah,
he knows how to eat.
But I like to spoil people. I like to spoil people. So
don't say that. You're going to attract gold diggers.
I'm not against it.
No, I'm against it. I have to vet these people. Liz always cuts right to the chase. Liz, Brandon, do you like educated guys or sluts?
Well, geez.
Sluts.
Yeah, probably sluts, but like not just because they're sluts, but also like I don't want to. I mean, educated is cool. I'm all for. I obviously that's a good thing, I guess. But like, I don't want somebody who's like annoying. Like, I don't want somebody who's always running their mouth and thinking that they know everything.
Like us.
I don't want to know it all. I don't want to know it all. And I also see this thing happens when you're in the world of politics and people know you because you're in the world of politics. Then people think that they need to show you what they know about politics. And the truth is, I'd rather be talking about anything else. Anything else.
The last thing in the world I want to talk about.
The last thing in the world. Like if I'm going to go on a date or I'm going to go on whatever, and all you want to talk about is the foreign policy and Trump and this and what's going to happen in the election. It was like, oh God, I don't care. Can we talk about something else, please?
And also, I feel like because people like us or maybe fellow walkaways, like in the past, I've thought, if I could just find a guy who's not a leftist. That ain't the tip of the iceberg. Like I've gone out like that. Politics is no foundation for a relationship. Like I've dated people who are the same politics and then they have nothing to say. I have nothing to talk about with them.
With people who are politically like-minded?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It's just kind of like, it's like people who try to, it's like when they have a community built around because you're gay. It's like that's not any sort of commonality,
I dated. Okay, I'm not even going to bring this up if you say his name out loud. So you do not say his name out loud. I dated somebody a few years ago who
I know what you mean.
politically like-minded. I still think he was super, super handsome and cute. And a nice guy, but he could be very annoying. And Mikey hated him. Mikey, are you gone? Did he just like leave? Am I running the show? Like, is this my show? What's happening?
Hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I thought.
Sorry, my gesturing knocked my camera over. I'm putting it back on. Hopefully it didn't shatter.
Oh my God. I didn't even know if the show was still happening, but I was like, okay, I guess it's
that guy sucked.
Well, yeah, but he was he was politically like-minded. We were on the same page. In fact, he was a walk away as well. I liked him. Well, he was difficult. He was very difficult to deal with.
That guy sucked.
Tell us why you didn't like him, though. Why didn't you like him?
Oh my God.
But don't say his name.
How do I get my camera back on? One sec. Hold on. I'm coming. What happened?
I don't know. And I was about to praise you on like stepping up your technology game, but I guess that's out the window.
It's my technology game. It's just my gesturing game. I have not stepped up.
Well, tone it down a little bit, Queenie. And also, like, why do you still not have a microphone? I know for a fact that at least 30 people have sent you microphones throughout the years. And just invest in one. I will buy you a microphone. How about that? A good quality microphone. Nope, we can't hear you. Your sound is gone because you need a microphone.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, wait. How about now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, that guy sucked. Oh my God. It is my absolute pet peeve, people who talk at you. That guy would just talk at you.
He's not kidding. He's not kidding. Yeah, no, he was a talker.
We're talkers, but he would just talk at you. Like it would not be a back and forth.
Yeah, no, he was definitely like just listening to himself talk.
I think he was probably, I don't know this for a fact, just guessing, but he seemed like he was some kind of trust fundy kid because there was kind of like, do you remember how he wanted me to do all the shit for him?
Yeah. I don't know if he was trust fundy. He might have been, but I do think he was spoiled. Like he expected people to do things for him.
Pamela, hey Pamela. I looked up corset piercing, and it is down the whole side where a corset would be. Yeah, I think it's like pierce your side, and there's a ribbon that goes through it. It looks very
painful. Gross. Mikey, I think we're getting feedback now. I can hear myself echoing back. It wasn't doing that before.
How about now?
Check. No, I can kind of still hear it. Yeah.
Is that better?
Check. Yes, that's better.
Okay. This is so annoying. No, I go through so many different microphones and they never end up working.
But you're not talking into a microphone.
I'm talking into this.
On your computer?
My phone, my computer. I have like, yeah, I need to try different ones.
Oh, you're shooting with your phone.
What?
You're shooting with your phone?
Yeah, because it looked better than the camera. I spent all this money on a 4K webcam and it was terrible. So this ended up being better.
No, well, your picture looks great. But we have to figure out a better sound for you.
I will. It's a work in progress.
Someone said they loved me and you took it down. No one tells me they love me. And don't take it away.
I love Esteban.
He loves how Brandon is ragging on him like he's Mikey's big brother. Why does that be the big brother?
You are. This is forever, bitch. You're stuck with me for life.
Well, we are in hell. I mean, if you look at the sea, like literally, it looks like flames are shooting out of my head. So this is like.
It looks like Joe Biden when he gave that speech
for all of eternity.
It looks like Joe Biden when he gave that speech about the MAGAs.
But your set does literally look like we're burning it. It's like the Westboro Baptist podcast. Just a bunch of gay guys burning in hell. It
was supposed to be like interpretive colors for walking away, the blue turning into the red. But it kind of looks like hellfire, you're right.
No, it just looks like hell.
Look, see, lots of people love you. Sarah loves you. Darlene loves you.
These guys are doing some sort of performance art or something. What is this?
They're telling you letter by letter.
Brand. Oh, cute. O-N. Brandon. Oh, that's so sweet. But it's not about Brandon. It's about the branchler.
Yeah, you guys, we need to. I am so tired of this man being single. I want to set him up. Like, I am a good wingman. I am a great wingman.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've not quite had the opportunity to wingman you.
Well, we could explain why. If you really want to do that publicly on the air.
What is why?
Because every time I've ever been interested in somebody, you have sex with them.
I do not.
That literally is a thing. I don't want to start naming names on this podcast, but every time I've ever been interested in anyone, you immediately hook up with them.
That is so not true. Who? First of all, I don't sleep with freaking anyone. I am like a nun at this point.
I'll text you names.
Write it. I can't see my phone. I don't want it to drop again. Write it. I thought there was like a private chat, but apparently there's not.
I am not gonna write it in the chat.
Give me the first letter.
Okay, there was one person that we were kind of arguing about in 2018.
No.
And you kept telling me that I was forbidden to, even though he I think actually was interested in me, but I didn't do anything because you told me I was forbidden.
Well, he wasn't interested in me, that's for sure. That's how we met. That's how we met.
Yeah, you're right. And that is the person. That's the person. So that's one of them.
Who else?
Well, okay, but sometimes I keep it to myself because that's the kind of friend that I am.
Oh, so I should be Miss Cleo and read his mind.
No, but you do kind of go into situations and you just assume that like everybody's into you without ever asking the question, like, are you interested or are you? Because you just come to me and you're like, oh my God,
I assume no one is into me.
Oh my God, that guy's so into me. Oh my God, I just whatever. And I'm like, I actually think he's kind of into me. What? That was another one. That was another one.
So what should I? Okay, so if some guy's hitting on me, should I be like, wait, let me check that Brandon isn't into him?
Yes, that would be nice. That would be nice.
That guy sucked though, so I spared you. That guy was horrible. Wait, I have to tell people how we met because they're gonna think that like
okay,
we were not fighting over some guy. Would you guys like to hear the story of how we met?
They want to know. They do.
They want to know. So, have you guys ever been on like a couple dates with somebody and they are super not into you? They are like beyond not into you. But for some reason, they keep like making plans with you. So there was this guy. I thought he was really hot. He was hot. He was a douchebag, but he was hot, right?
Yeah, he was. I was attracted to him. Yes.
He was really hot. But we'd gone out maybe like 3 or 4 times and nothing happened. And I don't know why he kept trying to make plans with me because he was like beyond not into me. So anyway, this was like around the time that I was like starting. I was just kind of like all red pilled and stuff. So this guy invites me to a party that's being had for like gay Republicans. And I was at the time where I was still like, oh, I'm not a Republican, blah, blah, blah. So he invites me very half-heartedly to this party. And I'm like, okay, is he inviting me hoping I won't go? So I look at the Facebook event invite and the first name I see on there that's attending, Brandon Straka. And out of nowhere, we had never spoken before. We didn't know each other. Out of absolutely nowhere at like 2 a.m, I don't know what I was thinking. I send a message to this person who's going to the party. Hey, so this guy invited me to this party, but I feel like he invited me very half-heartedly. So I don't know if I should go because then maybe he doesn't want me to go. But was he inviting me thinking I won't go and then I shouldn't go, but I do go? Because was he very enthusiastic and inviting me? I don't know if I should go. What would you do? And then immediately after I pressed send, I was like, oh my God, you're a crazy bitch. So I sent another one and was like, wait, I don't know why I'm telling you this. I don't know you.
And you know what
So
really
he
sucked?
probably gets it. It was like, what a crazy bitch. So I get there, and I believe you thought I was part of Antifa.
Yeah. Well, you're still in my phone as Mikey Antifa.
What?
Yep.
That's terrible.
You've been in my phone that way since that night.
So yeah, I don't know how the hell after that beginning we became friends, but we did.
Here, I'm gonna.
No. So we met at the what? What? Is he going to pee?
No.
Oh my God.
I'm covering your phone number.
Mikey and I can't believe still.
Yeah.
Liz said Brandon should have responded. What institution did you escape from? I was right, by the way. Like, that guy did not want me there. I don't know why he invited me.
Yeah, I don't
Imagine
either.
if he hadn't, though, how different our lives would be. So, like, Brandon and I like became really good friends really quickly. We started like sharing our writing with each other. He shared. Then one day he comes to me. He's like, "So I had an idea about this thing," which ended up being Walkaway.
Yeah, that's literally like exactly what happened. Yeah, and you should have done that show you were writing because I remember you sent me some of the scripts for it. Was so funny.
I'm going to. I didn't know at the time like how much opposition there would be from the alphabet people, but I'm still going to independently.
Oh yeah, didn't you? What did you get like a letter from GLAAD or something?
That was right before I met you. Remember?
Yeah,
they were like, "We will fight you every step of the way in making this."
Oh my God.
Yeah,
and it was
no,
like really honest.
I feel like with that sort of stuff that I want to do, I've kind of just had to accept that it's like a long-term goal, and I kind of have to, build up my other stuff first.
Yeah. Tell everyone how you were published recently.
I was published recently. I have you guys go check it out. I have my first op-ed in Human Events about this sick shit of drag queens for children.
And
what's that?
We're very proud of him. We're very proud that he got published, but I want everyone to know that, okay, so Mikey wrote basically this tweet and I read it. It was like a long form tweet, and I read it and I thought it was so good. The sound went bad again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, but it sounds bad.
I'm fixing it.
Okay. So he wrote this tweet that was almost like a little article, and it was so good. And I read it, and I was like, "This is amazing." So I reached out to him, and I said, "Like, can I read what I said?"
Oh yeah.
This was before you got published.
This is like the day before.
Yeah.
You always know what's up.
I said, Mikey, I think you should do this type of content all the time. This is so good. And I sent him a link to the tweet, and he's like, "Oh, thank you." And I said, "My unsolicited advice is that the public needs much more of this from you, even in your videos. This is what I think you do so well. And this is another one of those examples where I read or see something that you've said, and I wish I had thought of it myself. You have such an amazing ability to see things and articulate them in such a unique and compelling way. I think sharing more of that and perspectives like this is what is going to make you really successful." And then what happened the next day?
The next day I got published for the first time. I love you. You guys need to know Brandon is that friend who is always the first person to encourage you. Whenever something good happens, he's the first one to call you and celebrate. He has believed in me with things when I thought I was shit and couldn't do anything. And
I'm also the first person to call you and tell you how stupid what you just did, if you did something stupid.
He is, and that's why he's my bestie.
Like, that was really stupid what you just did.
Me too with you, though.
No, it's true. It's true. Yeah, I think that I'm okay. So let's play the housewife game, because obviously I'm Bethany.
I am Bethany. Okay, this is what I was
You are
going to
not
say.
Bethany. You are not Bethany.
We're
You're
both Bethany.
Ramona at best.
Oh, it's gotten worse. Okay, let me tell you.
Give
So
me
I
that
was
look
gonna
one more
say-
time, and you're going to be Dorinda.
Oh, we're few. Okay, I was gonna say I feel like we're the only people left on the right who still like each other. But I think we need to have a feud now, and this is what it's gonna be over because I am Bethany.
How?
I talk a lot. I am loud. I'm obnoxious. I wag my finger in people's faces.
I started walk away.
Okay, so you're Bethany too. We're both Bethany.
Yeah.
I am not Dorinda. How am I Dorinda? I barely drink. She is such a drunk.
Just because you were being too much. But shut up, Mikey. You are brilliant, says Carr.
Aw, thank you. Aw, love you. That's a bestie. He even labeled you Mikey and Steven. So the FBI would not care what you said.
Yeah, that's why.
No, I think we're both Bethany.
I'll have to think about it.
I think you're like Bethany, the business side, and I'm Bethany, like the obnoxious side.
Okay. Still have to think
Ramona.
about it. No. I don't think you're Ramona. But I would not peg you as a Bethany. I would peg you as
After your last description, I feel like you're going to say Luann, making people think I sleep with her.
Everybody.
She, by the way, did you know Luann? Which, by the way, for you guys who don't know what the hell we're talking about the Real Housewives of New York. Did you know Luann starred in a Lifetime movie in the last year or two?
Was it Christmassy?
I don't think so. I think it was murdery.
Seriously?
We got to watch it.
Yeah. So Luann's in a Lifetime movie. Wow.
We got to watch it.
Is it literally a Lifetime movie or is it like Hallmark?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
No,
if it was
it's
Hallmark,
Lifetime,
it would be
and it's murdery, and I think there's like a murdery cheating spouse or something.
I love this for her. This is great.
I love Luann. She has had the best arc from being this sort of like uppity person to being a hoe.
A hoe?
She's had a great arc. I love this too, Car. I watch Bethany's makeup comparison videos. They're great. Do you watch those?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes. I think they're okay, but she also she kind of, I don't know, when Kanye started going crazy, she did kind of a couple of like cryptic videos, like, and I don't know, I just didn't really like it. I didn't like her playing into the whole like Kanye's anti-Semitic, or I mean, look, I think I don't mean that his comments weren't inappropriate. I didn't mean it like that, but like I don't believe that Kanye is like trying to send people to gas chambers or something, and I don't know.
She made a video though kind of against the vaccines, which I was shocked by.
Oh yeah, she's hard to read. She's really hard to read, and I absolutely pegged her as a Trump supporter. But then I feel like I saw an episode or something where she intimated that she voted for Hillary, or that she was pro Hillary, and I was like, girl, bye.
Yeah, that's what's made all these shows so boring, like that, or the Sex and the City reboot, is like they used to be about different points of view, and you're not allowed to have different points of view anymore.
No. And I quit watching New York because of Ebony and Leah.
I can't. Every week it's like a sermon on CRT. I can't.
Yeah. And I love that they tried to spin it like, oh, it's because of COVID and just, the audience is kind of losing track. It's like, no, literally we're all leaving because of Ebony, and
horrible.
Kind of because of Leah too. Yeah. Unbearable.
Oh, I hate Leah.
Yeah.
She tries so hard. It's like, you are not Bethany. Jennifer, this is really sweet. We feel like proud parents regarding your writing. Beyond proud. You guys are the best. I should say, if you haven't yet, anyone watching this, check out my. Whoa, why did all the writing go away? Can you see the writing on the screen?
What writing on the screen?
Like the chats and the button. Whoa, this is very strange.
I can see everything.
Can you vamp for 2 seconds while I reload? Tell people about Walkaway Social. I will be right back.
Sure. Am
Tell
I going to
people about
disappear?
Walkaway Social. Don't talk shit about me while I'm gone.
All right. So Walkaway Social is the new social platform for Walkaway campaign. It's awesome. You can go to walkawaysocial.com or you can load it on the app stores. So whether you're an Android user or an iPhone or iPad or Android tablet, you can go to the Google Play Store or you can go to the Apple App Store. I wasn't done.
Go.
So, and I kind of stumbled when I said the word Google. I was like, Google. So Google Play, it's kind of hard to say that word though. Google Play Store. Mugu Gaipan, Google Play Store, Google Play Store. So anyway, Walkaway Social, load the app, and then once you've loaded the app, create a profile. It takes 30 seconds, and after you've created the profile, go into groups and go to the testimonial group and upload your testimonial. And stop waiting. Like, it's really, you guys are annoying me. I think, I'll do it Friday after I get done with all of my garden and my plants. Like, do it now. It takes 10 seconds. Just do it. Christ.
Did I miss we were talking about Dance Moms? Did you watch Dance Moms?
I love Dance Moms.
I loved Dance Moms. That bitch is crazy.
She goes like, remember living on the dance floor?
Yes! I still want to know how that big whale is teaching people to dance. She can't walk, let alone dance.
That show's crazy. I love Dance Moms, and I've watched, I think, every episode.
I missed it. I didn't watch like the later ones, like once she started going, which I should have. That would have been the best when she.
Those are the good ones. Yeah,
yeah.
And I honestly, you're gonna think I'm an even bigger psycho than you already think I am, but like I never saw those episodes at the time. I quit watching it like halfway through, and then after I started going through all this stuff, I went back and watched those episodes, and I kind of was like drawing strength from her because she was basically like having to go back to work, and just while all the prison and everything's looming over her head, she just has to keep teaching dance and keep doing the competitions and doing the show. And I was like, okay, like that's what you've got to do. Just keep moving.
What was her case about? Was it legitimate? I feel like everybody assumed it was because she's such a nightmare.
Well, I think it was. So she was trying to hide money from the IRS. So she took like $200,000 and put it in a suitcase, multiple suitcases, and gave it to someone else and was like, make this disappear. And so somebody was like driving across the country with $200,000 in a suitcase, and the whole thing somehow got discovered.
Ooh!
Living on the dance floor.
Yeah. Oh, did you see that? Okay, you know what we need to talk about? Remember little Maddie from Dance Moms?
Yeah.
Have you kept up with her movie career? She's been in some beauty.
That I did.
There are 2 movies we need to talk about. Have you seen The Book of Henry?
No.
Oh, it's so good. Have you guys seen The Book of Henry? Oh my God, we need so many movie nights for bad movies. It is the train wreck of the century. That it's like this genius kid, and they devise a plan to kill the little girl next door, to kill her father. But it's supposed to be all like a feel-good. It is a mess. And then the next one she was in, have you heard about the Sia movie? Music?
No.
So they have little Maddie playing a retarded child. And
well, but
and it's so messed up.
Is she an adult in the movie, or is she still a little kid?
She's probably like 20 or something, playing a little kid.
All right.
And
she's not little Maddie anymore.
But she's supposed to be, I think. Yeah, because in the movie, they're like, okay, so she's like mentally challenged. They're like, if she has an episode, just crush her. And this is a plot point in the movie. They're like, just lay on top of her and crush her. And it was a controversy because apparently children have been killed that way. Like challenged children have been killed that way. And so this whole movie, there will be like music scenes, and they have her playing this challenged girl But it's so horrible because she's just the whole movie going like, oh.
Okay, what is it called?
It's called Music. It is the disaster of, I mean, it's like they portray this girl as if like a retarded child being made fun of on the playground, because the whole movie she's just like, oh.
Yep. No, I'm seeing that even just here in the trailer. That's really clear.
It's so horrible. It's so horrible. And then
what was worse, music or glitter?
I never saw Glitter.
Oh, you didn't?
Music has got to be worse, though.
Mikey, we've been on almost 2 hours.
We're going to wrap up 1 sec. I have one more question for you that Poetry Painter asked. By the way, we're going to wrap up in a sec, so send us your remaining super chats. Help me. This is the year that I go from aspiring grifter to full grifter.
Yeah.
Giorgio Quattrocento said, I'm looking forward to more movie nights. So you guys got to join my locals, my Patreon, because we do really fun movie nights where we should watch music. We should watch music for movie nights. But yes, remaining question. Poetry Painter asks, Brandon, I have a serious question. What are you doing for fun lately? Because you need to try to have some fun too.
Well, I do need to try to have fun, and I haven't really been doing anything. So if you have suggestions, I would love to hear them, because you're right. I do need to have more fun, and I need to have a life outside of going to prison and dealing with the DOJ and relaunching Walkaway, because this is not a good time.
He works freakishly hard.
Yeah, but it's, it used to be like really pleasurable, and it hasn't been very pleasurable in a while. And so I think I need to start like developing that side of my life more at this point.
I think you need a man. The branchler is happening.
Well, I mean, if you can, I want to do the branchler. Can we please do that?
I've always wanted to do that. See, he's always been sort of this like, I'm strong, independent woman who doesn't need a man. But I've always called bullshit on that. I've always said, I think you just need to meet the right person.
I've always been a strong black woman, but even when they send a black woman to the slammer, like things start breaking down, Now
they
I'm
got
a strong black woman with a past, and it's like things are just different now.
We're bringing them back, and I'm so excited for Florida. We're going to be with all our people. You guys watching, come to Florida. Kieran.
I used to be Beyonce, and now I'm Precious. That's that's the type of black woman. At least
you could be like, Monique. I don't know. Oh, wait, we have some final super chats. Love you both, Mike and Brandon. I want to meet you too. I want to meet you too, Mr. Ford.
$2.20. That's so random. How do you do $2.20?
Because it's New Zealand money.
Oh.
It's probably like, I don't know. Giorgio Quattrocento. Oh, by the way, I've been meaning to watch. I got your message, but I was like out of it at the time, so I'm gonna watch. Let's watch bad movies projected in abandoned parking garages, and also do the branchler pad. I am so down for that. So, if you someone did call you Precious.
Well,
does Mikey still have his man? Yes, I do. When someone has someone they always want, I've always wanted you to have someone, and I've always called bullshit on you being like, I'm independent, whatever. I'm like, no, we just need to find you the right man, and we will.
Okay.
Because you deserve to have some fun.
Yeah, I do.
I love you so much. So you guys, in conclusion, check out, let me just real quick before we go show you, if you haven't done so, I launched my Substack yesterday for my writing. This is my first essay. I wrote about how horrible the alphabet people are and what is wrong with gay people, and basically finding amazing people like Brandon and you guys outside of the Stepford gays. So it's MikeHarlow.substack.com. I got all my links below. If you like my stuff, join our movie nights, join all our stuff, locals, Patreon, help me be a better grifter. You guys need to go to Walkaway Social make your video, make yourself, be friends with us on there. We need friends. Be friends with us on Walkaway Social.
What is keeping anyone from doing it? Like, can we get that out on the table? Is there is there anything preventing every person watching this from doing it right now? What is the holdup exactly? Are we allowed to ask this question?
Yes, tell us.
Yeah.
I think maybe they're like, oh, so many platforms, but I have the solution for that. Drop the other platforms. You don't need the Parler and the whatever. Nobody goes on there anymore. And just go to Walkaway Social.
Well, and you bring up a good point, because maybe they think that it is just like another platform, but it's not. I mean, the whole point of the content on here is that it's for the Walkaway community and walk away and walk with. And the content is testimonials mostly. Besides, we also have state groups, discussion group, stuff like that. But you're not going to find anywhere else what you get on Walkaway Social. You can only find it on Walkaway Social because it's the Walkaway community telling their stories. It's the same. You know, people are like, "Oh my God, I love the Walkaway campaign. The stories are amazing." Well, it's here. It's back. So, what is preventing you from going and signing up? I don't understand, but get it
Lots
together.
of people say they're doing it though. So, okay,
Good.
Poetry Painter will post. Cody will post.
Good.
Leah,
that snotty attitude,
you
though.
need to post. Chris, you need to put. Well, you did post, but you need to make a video. We want to see your pretty face.
Yeah.
Giorgio Quattrocento, we need to see your pretty face. Sunspot I have my video scheduled. Lime Lady just downloaded it. We're getting new people on. You guys really knocked it out of the park with it. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Jennifer, for super sticker.
Oh, Giorgio says he thinks he'll do his video when the stream is done. Please, yes. Giorgio.
Mine will be out. I'm just finishing editing mine. It'll be out in the next couple days. I'm very excited.
Is he handsome? I like his name.
He is. He's very good looking. Maybe. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why can't we do why can't that be the thing?
Giorgio Quattrocento, be a contestant on the Branchler.
Yeah.
I know somebody else who's going to be a contestant on the Branchler.
Are you allowed to say?
No, but you know who I mean.
Is it somebody that I've already expressed as cute?
Yes.
Yeah. You know, well, there's like 5 right now that I think are cute. And I think I've told you almost all of them.
See, this is why Brandon thinks I try to sleep with his men, because he just thinks everyone is cute. So I go out with anyone.
Someone said don't say it like that, so now I can't stop.
Giorgio. All right, well, I don't want to keep you all
name. That's cute.
I love you so much, Brandon.
I love you too, babe.
Thank you for being here. You guys, I'm going to have a really fun stream soon that we're doing. We're doing a squad stream with Carrie Smith, Chrissy Mayer, Kieran, lots of great people. Brandon, you should join us for the squad stream.
Sounds great.
Yes.
I would love to.
I love you guys so much. Brandon, I love you.
I love you too, Mikey. Thank you for having me on. This has been really fun. I'm really, really proud that your writing is taking off. And it doesn't surprise me at all. If you guys have not read his writing, go to his Substack and sign up for it. Make sure to subscribe to Mikey's Patreon or his locals. He needs your help. It takes a lot of time and energy and effort to do what he's doing. He shouldn't have to do this for free. He deserves your support. So please give it to him. And all I want is for you to sign up for Walkaway Social, which is free. I mean, it's free.
Do it.
And best things in life are always free.
See, we're going to see your pretty faces, and then we're going to want you to come on the Branchler.
Oh, God, please. I'm so desperate. Please.
Brandon, I love you.
I love you too. All right. Good night, you guys.
Love you. Wrong video.